What's up, everyone? Quella the Creative here, and I am creatively serving you high quality content. Thank you for watching today's video. So I had the pleasure of taking my own, with a little assistance, lifestyle and branding photos last year. And I wanted to do my own because it was kind of something that I had been wanting to do, and I really wanted to do it myself. Also, I had a new camera and I was like, look, I'm going to put this to use. So I decided that I was going to take my own lifestyle and branding photos that I use across my social media, as well as on YouTube and for print. And I think anyone who has an online presence, or if you are a business owner or you're creating a brand, it's crucial to have branding photos. So you can definitely go the route of dishing out thousands of dollars to a photographer, which I don't have a problem with. I say do that, especially if you want a desired look, because some things you can't always do yourself. And I am a proponent for paying creatives for their services. So if you have a photographer that you want to go with to do your branding shoots, awesome. But I also want to give you guys this alternative that if you don't have the funds, or if you just want to be creative and kind of just execute your own vision, you can shoot your own. That's what I'll be going over in this video. So to shoot your own lifestyle branding photos, I got a few tips that I could share and things that I learned on my own, and I think will be very helpful to you. Or you're probably about to shoot your own, but you're like, what do I do? Where do I start? Well, you made the right decision by checking out this creative video. I started my actual photo shoot. I did want to get some ideas, and I live on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I always come here for ideas and just some inspiration, especially when it comes to creativity. So I created a board called Branding Photo Revamp, where before I decided to take my branding and my lifestyle photos, I needed to look up some inspiration on different types of settings and backgrounds and environments that other people took theirs, as well as setup. So just a plethora of different directions that you can go in. So I am a huge proponent of having some inspiration first before you kind of go out there and just wing it. And there's nothing wrong with winging it, but just to have a general direction or a sense of how you want the photo shoot to go and your pictures to come out. It'll help you with your poses. It'll help you with your setup. Just so you are making sure that you're utilizing as much of the set that you have, as well as your creativity. So yeah, this Pinterest board is what I used. I pinned various kinds within a mix and a range of branding photo and lifestyle photos, and this really helped me to get a good grasp and direction on the photos that I wanted to take. So the entire photo shoot process was much easier. And then I also showed this to my photographer, which was my sister, who helped me out. And some of the shots we replicated and put our own spin on it, of course, but I started off with a Pinterest board, so I would advise you to do that first. Off top, equipment. Equipment is very important. You have to either use a tripod, you can use a tabletop tripod, you could use ones that have the clicker on them, just some type of standing balancing for your camera or your phone, depending on what it is that you use. And going into your equipment, you can either choose to use a digital camera, whether it be a DSLR or a mirrorless lens camera, which I have a mirrorless. And if you are going to use your phone camera, I would definitely recommend you use an iPhone. I am just saying that because their camera quality has been proven to be phenomenal, especially if we have the latest iPhone. Camera quality has upped and the output quality has been doubled. So you can definitely get away with taking just as professional photos. The only drawback of that would be just make sure when you're in the editing process that you are going to be limited to some things, because maybe it could be the sizing of the photo. The quality might diminish as you do more to it. So keep that in mind. Next thing you want to do is please choose a lively setting or location/locations. You can do multiple locations if you want to add some variety to your photos, which I actually do recommend, or if you choose a spot that has multiple spots within it. So for me, outdoor girl, I love being outside. I like a nice little dining spot. I like to be out and about, see trees, nature. I decided to choose an area that had a great balance of not only some cute Instagrammable stores and boutiques and shops, but also very nice background scenery with people actually out and about, so it didn't look staged. Where I currently live, there is a local town center in my city that has high-end outdoor shopping and eating areas and ample amount of outdoor seating. So that's where I chose to do mine. Like, the weather was perfect. It was sunny, it was bright, and weather is another thing too to really factor in. Just be mindful of the weather around that time and the time of day that you actually want to take your photos. All right, so get into character and get into action. When you're sitting down or you're walking around with your coffee in hand and your laptop, make sure you're showing yourself actually doing the work that you do. So if you are always on the phone with clients and answering emails or you're sketching and editing a video or photography, show yourself doing that. Show yourself typing on the laptop, on a phone call with the client with your cell phone. So for me, I brought my laptop, I had my phone, I had my camera as well. It was just a backup camera that I used. I had those things because I am always on my laptop typing away. I'm always editing, designing. Photography, I'm taking photos, whether on my phone or my camera. I'm doing all those things. So I decided to take shots of me actually doing them. And with the character shots, the best thing, honestly, is to make them look off guard or look like you are busy. The idea of you actually working. Very, very important is to include props. So sometimes props are an afterthought. People will just bring themselves. They'll bring like their 2 outfits and be like, yep, there I am. So if you are fashion, you might want to bring several purses, sunglasses, jewelry. Props help to set the scene of your brand or your business or what you're trying to get across. My props included a journal, notebook, camera, laptop, headphones, coffee mug / coffee cup or iced coffee, because I love my iced coffee. And these are all things that I do actually use. So as a designer, I'm usually designing away with my headphones on, got my iced coffee to my right-hand side, jotting down notes in my notebook. Just those types of props just really make it real. Be sure to work on your poses. You want to look as comfortable and relaxed as possible. Who wants to pass a photo where you look stern and your smile is forced and you just look so serious? Like, will customers or potential buyers or visitors even want to do any kind of business with you? You don't look approachable. So just, drop those shoulders down, smile, relax, raise a little eyebrow, do a little smizing, whatever you have to do. Just make yourself look inviting and friendly to attract your audience and to attract a new audience, and even practice various types of poses. If you do want to do a serious type of setting, do a set of those photos, one with you smiling, one with you laughing. Just that, to me, also makes it very relatable. Like when I see branding and lifestyle photos of that nature, I'm like, man, this person looks fun, easygoing. I would love to do business with them. They look like a fun time. But if you're here and you're sitting there and you look uptight and uncomfortable and wishing that you could be somewhere else, trust me, so will your visitors, your clientele, and your potential audience. And you don't want to miss out on that. And last but not least, have fun when you're shooting these photos. It's fun to be out and about, and even for me when I was doing it, like people were looking and kind of trying to figure out what you were doing. And yes, it will feel awkward that you're out there and somebody's recording you in a camera. I didn't care who was looking. It was just like, I gotta relax and I gotta have fun. I want to look miserable in your photos. And another major thing to remember is these images are what you're going to use for your print and digitally across the board for all your social media, your promo, billboards, flyers, any and everything interchangeably and frequently for a while. So for me, I took these photos last year and I plan on using them for probably, you want to get some longevity out of these. So that's why you should just have fun with it and make sure like you are using them for various things, because It saves you time. Whenever you put out that new flyer or this or that, you won't always have to, oh, I gotta go do a photo shoot. Be like, no, I got my pictures already. There are people who do a new branding and photo shoot every single year. For a special event, I can understand, but I feel like you shouldn't frequently be taking new photo shoots every single year. And if you have your phone, just quick little ones that you're doing on your phone, that's fine because it's not a part of your overall branding. It's just what you might be using for social media. So that is not what I'm referring to in this. But I'm talking about like the ones you're going to use for your website and digitally and on print. I think you should just keep that in mind as well. I do want to end this video with a couple reminders. Please take both video and photo to get multi-usage out of your footage. So while you're sitting there taking the photo, or if you have someone there helping you take the photos, make sure you switch over to video so they can get some video footage of the same shots that you were in. Now, you don't need that much video footage, but if you could get at least 10 minutes. For my photo shoot, we took about maybe 5 different types of videos, and they were all short. It's very smart to do that because that video footage you can also edit and use for your intro, for your YouTube or Instagram Reels, TikTok. You can use it across platforms digitally. Next is bring a friend for assistance. So if you're not comfortable out there with just you and the clicker and your tripod, you can ask a friend to come along with you. You might buy them a little coffee or a little lunch. That's what I did for my sister. I bought her lunch and coffee for helping me out so much because she's a huge help when it comes to stuff like this. And she's always very reliable when it comes to helping me out for things for my brand and my business and my creative spaces. So you can do that, or you can even ask someone, hey, would you mind taking this photo of me and help you? And I'm pretty sure somebody nice would, hey, take my shot real quick, or what have you. Last but not least is to smile and pose. You can smile with teeth, you can smile with your eyes. However you smile, just make it look like you're enjoying it. And poses, work on your poses, walking away. I did various kinds, and even being sedentary, there are so many different ways you can pose. You can pose while you're on the computer, you can pose like while you're writing, you can pose to the camera. Get creative with it. And that's the major takeaway from this. Branding in the photo shoot and the lifestyle shoots, get creative with them, but have fun. Where you look back at these photos and like, it really helped to elevate your brand. Like, just get creative. It doesn't always have to be cookie cutter or look very corporate or professional. For all of you viewing this video, that you too go out and try to get creative first before you decide to dish out money for a photographer. See what skills that you have, especially if you're already like kind of creatively talented in that aspect. Give it a shot. Another reminder is, when it comes to your photos, I edited all of my photos in Photoshop, and I'm very, very familiar in Photoshop, very well versed. So if you are familiar with Lightroom or Photoshop, you can definitely use those two to edit your photos. Another thing you could do on your phone, if you have like Google Photos, you can upload them to your Google Photos and then download them onto your phone. So one thing that I did do for more of my social media, I would save them from my Google Photos that syncs to my iPhone, and then I would save them onto my iPhone and edit them in the editing apps. And I only used mainly one, and I did very minimal editing on my phone because I didn't want to take away from like the quality of it. Editing is very, very crucial. You can adjust the lighting, color grades, you can get rid of blemishes. You can get very, very specific and precise when it comes to editing. It's very easy for you to do to edit your photos, and they don't have to be edited to perfection or airbrush, but just as long as they're good enough, the point gets across and the image is clear. So I thank you all for watching this video where I gave some branding and lifestyle photo shoot tips on how to shoot your own. Please let me know if you guys found any of the tips in this helpful, and if you have any of your own, please share them with me, because this will not be the first or the last branding photo shoot that I do. And I want to get creative and show me different creative ways that you guys have done your branding photo shoots. I love to check that kind of stuff out. If you're not subscribed, and I don't want to miss a new audience of people, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Quella The Creative, where I will continue to produce high quality content creatively for you. Thank you all for watching this video. If you have any questions about camera, equipment, software, anything, I'll be glad to answer them in the comments down below. Have a blessed one. See you in my next one.